What if I told you the man who changed the world with a glowing apple was once thrown away by his birth parents, slept on floors, and faced betrayal in the company he built with his bare hands? This isn't a story of success. This is the raw, painful, beautiful story of reinvention, rejection, and unstoppable vision. Stay till the end, because the final words he left the world with will haunt you forever. The abandoned genius, Steve Paul Jobs, was born in San Francisco in 1955, but just days later, he was rejected. His birth parents were unmarried, and he was given up for adoption. His new parents, Paul and Clara Jobs, weren't rich, but they gave him something the world never could: unconditional belief. Steve learned to tinker with electronics in his father's garage. That garage would one day become the birthplace of Apple. "I was lucky," Steve once said. "I found what I loved early." The dropout who found Zen, Steve got into Reed College, but tuition was too high, so he dropped out. Slept on the floor in friends' rooms, returned Coke bottles for money, but something strange happened. He started sneaking into calligraphy classes. It was beautiful, historical, artistically subtle in a way science can't capture. Later, those lessons inspired the fonts on every Mac. Hungry for meaning, Steve went to India. He returned with a shaved head and a sharper mind. Less noise, more focus. Zen changed everything. The Garage Revolution. In 1976, Steve and his friend Steve Wozniak built a computer in a garage. No money, no team, just vision. That vision became the Apple One. Soon, they launched Apple Computer Inc., and the world wasn't ready for what came next. The Macintosh, the first computer with a graphical interface. It had fonts, icons, a mouse. It looked friendly, but Steve was demanding, ruthless, obsessed with perfection. "Real artists ship," he said. "Don't settle." Betrayed by his own company. But in 1985, Apple's board had enough of Steve's temper. He was pushed out. Imagine being kicked out of the company you created. I felt devastated, but it turned out to be the best thing. Because Steve didn't stop. He built next, a sleek, advanced computer system, and invested in a little animation studio called Pixar. The glorious comeback Apple was dying. They needed a miracle. In 1997, they bought Next, and with it, brought Steve back. He returned like a storm, simplified everything, and launched the iMac. Then came the iPod, the iPhone, and the iPad. In just 10 years, he didn't just save Apple, he turned it into the most valuable company on earth. The final years. In 2003, Steve was diagnosed with cancer. He kept working. He gave us the iPhone while fighting for his life. He appeared thin, but never weak. Every keynote was a battle speech. Remembering I'll be dead soon is the best tool I know to make big choices. He accepted death, but never stopped living. Steve Jobs died in 2011, but he left something behind that will never fade, a way of thinking. He taught the world that innovation isn't about saying yes, it's about saying no to 1,000 things. That to stay hungry, stay foolish, wasn't just a quote, it was a lifestyle. He turned pain into passion, vision into reality. And today, his glowing apple still lights up billions of lives.